Scarface is a classic crime film that follows the rise and fall of Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant who becomes a powerful drug lord in Miami. However, what you may not know is that many of the scenes in the film were actually based on real-life events. In this video, we will take a closer look at some of these scenes and the events that inspired them. Number 1. Tony Montana's backstory in the film Scarface was inspired by the influx of Cuban refugees in Miami during the 1980 Mariel boat lift, as opposed to the original 1932 Scarface, which featured an Italian gangster based on Al Capone. Screenwriter Oliver Stone chose to make Montana a political refugee from Cuba. The film's portrayal of a Cuban immigrant as a drug kingpin has sparked debate within the Cuban American community, with some praising Montana's rise to power, while others criticizing the film for perpetuating negative stereotypes. Number 2. The real Miami drug scene served as a backdrop for the film, with the nightclubs depicted in the movie being based on actual establishments. According to Robin Farzad's book Hotel Scarface, Miami was a thriving drug boomtown during this time. He said while other parts of the country were grappling with economic turmoil, Miami was raking in profits from the sale of cocaine, which could be purchased for $1,000 per kilo in Medellin and sold for $50,000 per kilo in Coconut Grove. The influx of cash led to a breakdown in law and order, to the point where one federal judge described Miami as being on the ragged edge of anarchy. By the way, if you're a big fan of Scarface, then check out our parody posters using the links in the description. You can upload your own images, choose your movie titles and quotes for a completely personalized poster. Number 3. The character of Frank Lopez in Scarface is based on Carlos Carlin Quesada, a Cuban immigrant who became notorious in Miami's drug world during the 1980s. Quesada reportedly earned $3 million from his drug trafficking activities, which he began in 1969. He also worked as a police informant, using his connections to protect his illegal operations from law enforcement. In addition, Quesada was known to use Rolexes as bribes. Robert Loggier's portrayal of Frank Lopez in the film is said to be reminiscent of Quesada's persona. Number 4. The Babylon Club depicted in the film, known for its neon lights and smoky atmosphere, drew inspiration from the Hotel Mutiny in Miami, a notorious hangout spot for drug lords. The hotel, which had 130 rooms, served as a criminal-free trade zone where gangsters could indulge in Miami's dangerous scene and also take a break from it. Among the club's members were CIA affiliates, Jacqueline Onassis and Led Zeppelin, as well as notorious cocaine cowboys conducting their illicit business from the late 1970s onwards. Number 5. The character of Omar Suarez in Scarface was inspired by the notorious henchman Ricardo Monkey Morales, a Cuban-American immigrant with a lengthy criminal record. Described in his 1983 obituary in the Washington Post as a spy, counter-spy, mercenary, confessed murderer, bomber, informer, and dope dealer, Morales was a far more sinister figure than his fictional counterpart. Morales met a dramatic end similar to that of Omar in the film, with reports stating that he was shot during a bar brawl that erupted when someone implied that he was gay. So there you have it, a closer look at Scarface inspirations that were based on real-life events. While the film is a work of fiction, it draws heavily on the violent and turbulent history of Miami's drug trade in the 1970s and 80s. These real-life events help to give the film a sense of authenticity and make it a classic of the crime genre. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos about crime classics.